we're just gonna do three parts of this message. We're not gonna worry about that. I accidentally closed out the video, but we're on a closing story, and the name of the story is Nothing Can Separate. From the bedroom window, Rebecca eyed the children playing in the snow enviously. How she longed to play with them. Now, Rebecca, she remembered her father telling her that morning, "You can't play in the snow today." "Why not, Father?" Rebecca had asked. Every day, the neighborhood children gathered at the park just behind Rebecca's house. "Just trust me, Rebecca. It's not what's best for you today," her father had replied at the time. Rebecca had responded by kissing her father on his cheek and assuring him that she would stay inside and read. But now she was having second thoughts. It is beautiful outside, she thought to herself. It was true. It was true. Sun was shining brilliantly to herself. It was shining brilliantly. Um, why wouldn't her father let her go play? Why should she have to miss out on all the fun? When a snowball exploded just outside her window, Rebecca decided she couldn't stand it any longer. She simply had to go join the others. Leaving her book on the table, she slipped outside. She tried to tell herself she was having a good time, but all the while her heart felt uncomfortable. She kept looking for this way and that, fearful lest her father search. After a few hours, Rebecca finally said her goodbye and headed back towards the house. She wanted to be safe and she lodged in her room before her father came home. Intent on getting to her room as quickly as possible, Rebecca didn't see the mitten someone had left on the stairs until her foot slipped to it. Next thing she knew, she had fallen several stairs. To her horror, she noticed that she had hit her father's favorite picture. When she fell, a huge gash came along the front of her picture. A huge gash was in the front of the picture. Normally, Rebecca would have hurried immediately to her father after such a fall, so he could doctor her up and make her feel better. But not this time. How could she face her father right now? She had disobeyed him and ruined his favorite picture, biting her lips to ruin picture, and hobbled to her room. She hobbled to her room. For the remainder of the day, she lay in agony. Her body ached from the bruises she received on her fall, but her heart ached. Her heart that ached worse. It was her heart that ached worse. She felt certain that her father would no longer love her. She had messed up in the past, but surely this time she had gone too far. He would probably never want to speak to her again. How could he still love her? She sobbed uncontrollably on her pillow. She had always been close to her father. They had played and studied together. They had laughed and cried together. But now she felt certain that all those wonderful times were over. Who knows how long she would have lain thus had not her nanny come in to check on her. Rebecca's nanny come in to check on her. Rebecca's nanny had a way about her finding out exactly what was wrong and offering solid, wise counsel. Tonight was no exception. "Rebecca, dear," she said firmly but gently, you've been very wrong, but you must not continue in your wrongness by sitting here. You must go to your father with the broken picture in your hand and tell him everything." "Oh, but I can't. I'm not worthy of his love," Rebecca sobbed. Her nanny sighed patiently. "You were no more worthy of it yesterday than today, child. Your father loves you because you're his daughter, not because of anything you do or don't do. Hasn't he told you every day since you were a little girl, 'I love you'? Do you doubt his word? You doubt his word. Do you really think his love is dependent on you? Doubt his word. That was an angel, Rebecca had never thought at. That was an angle Rebecca had never thought at before. Maybe she should go see her father. Yes, she must go see him, for if she didn't, she'd never be able to rest. So, still shaking and trembling with fear, Rebecca limped down the living room. She paused at the doorway. Her father was sitting in his favorite chair, just like he did every night. He looked up when she entered, a smile radiating with love illuminating his face. "Oh, you come at last. I've been waiting. Come here and sit in my lap." As he spoke, he opened his arms widely. Rebecca couldn't stand it. "Oh, you don't understand, Father. You can't love me anymore. I've been terribly wicked," and Rebecca held up the picture frame for her father to see. "I know, Rebecca, more than you think. I watched you go outside. I watched you fall and hit the picture frame. I saw it all. You did." Rebecca was flabbergasted. "But wasn't you at work?" Her father shook his head. "I took the day off to spend some special time with you. That's why I told you not to go outside and play. Ever since I saw you fall, I've been longing for you to come to me so I could bandage your wounds and help you. Won't you come to me now?" Rebecca's father smiled, a smile she would never forget. "Rebecca, dear, I loved you before you were born. I loved you before you were born. You're my daughter, and I will always love you, although sometimes actions will result in consequences. You could have avoided nothing. Nothing can separate you from my love. Now won't you come and let me help you with those bruises? Who shall separate us from the love of Jesus Christ? Shall tribulation or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for the sake we are killed all the day long, we are counted as sleep for the slaughter. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us." Romans 8:35 through 37. And that is that story about Rebecca and her father. It's a beautiful example of Jesus Christ, the Father, the Heavenly Father's love for his congregation. That is amazing. And this was fun. I worked hard. It took me several hours to compile that stuff. I hope the beginning information is good about the names of Jesus Christ. That's a beautiful thing. I had so much fun. I look forward to it, to my next message with you. Until next time, Azad Ethel. I love you guys, and God bless.